Are you interested in starting an online business, but you're not quite sure where to start? Today I want to share with you 5 business ideas that you can use to start making money online and generate some quick cash during this pandemic. Hey, my name is Jim Hart. I'm the founding attorney here at Hawthorn Law, where we help online businesses to get their legal house in order so that you can focus on what you do best, and that is building a business that truly matters in the world. Today, I've got another entrepreneurial video for you, and I want to share with you 5 ideas that I came up with for things that you can do to make some quick cash during these difficult times. There's the S&P today. It's tough out there right now. A lot of you have lost your jobs. There's no stimulus coming. You're struggling to make ends meet, and you're just looking for a way to make a little extra cash. I mean, you're not looking to get rich. You're not looking to take over the world with your business. You just want a way to put a little bit of money in your pocket so you can pay some groceries, maybe your car payment, and help out a little bit to make ends meet until things get a little bit better. And a lot of people gloss over the fact that they can do a lot of those things online. Now, when most people think of online business, they think of a business that's going to make money for you in your sleep so that you can have a level of lifestyle and financial freedom that most people can only dream about. But that's only part of the story. Although that's something that certainly can happen if you have an online business, that's the exception, not the norm. Oftentimes it will take somebody years and years to build a business up to the point where they've systematized it and they've got it running smoothly. They've got the marketing systems, the organizational systems in place, and the virtual staff in place to allow that business to run like clockwork for them so that it is generating money in their sleep. And what I mean by that, generating income in your sleep, is generating a predictable amount of passive income that you can earn even while you're only working a couple of hours a week. So for those of you that are struggling financially and you don't have the years and years to invest into a business like that, there's a lot of things that you can do to generate some quick cash. Now, it's not gonna be this passive, not doing any work type of get rich quick cash, but there are things you can do that will help you put money in your pocket relatively quickly with just a little bit of effort. And there's a lot at stake here, because without that cash, you might be risking your house, your car, you might not have money to buy groceries or take care of your kids. There's a lot of things that could happen if you don't have that extra income coming in. With no, again, as I was saying, with no stimulus in sight and unemployment benefits getting cut off, you might be looking for other ways to get that money, and this video here is going to help you do that. So now there's a lot of online business ideas that people can do to generate a passive income, and a lot of videos out there that talk about these ideas talk about things like starting a blog, starting a podcast, starting a YouTube channel, growing a following on Instagram, different things like that. And the problem with those things is if you don't already have an audience that you can market to and share content to through those platforms, then it's going to take you a long time to grow and build a following on those platforms. And a lot of you don't have that time. The ideas that I talk about in today's video do not require you to invest any amount of money up front. They just require some blood, sweat, and tears to get going and get that money flowing in. So the first idea I want to talk to you about is Craigslist. And I know a lot of you are thinking, how's that gonna work? Chances are you have a lot of stuff sitting around your house that you might consider junk, but other people might be willing to pay for. And so I'm not suggesting, a lot of people talk about going out, buying stuff at garage sales and then reselling it on Craigslist or eBay or things like that. What I'm suggesting is you may have things in your house right now that you don't need or don't want or want to get rid of that you could sell online. And again, you can go to Craigslist, you can go to eBay, both of them are free, and you can go ahead, you can create a listing, take some pictures using your phone, and post some classified ads on Craigslist. And before you know it, you might be getting some money in the door. Now, I'm not talking about, you're not gonna be making millions of dollars from this in all likelihood, but you definitely could be getting some extra money. In fact, I'm just gonna look around my office and see what I might be able to sell if I was to do this idea. And Frank, I have not looked ahead of time. I don't know what I have here that I could sell, but I'm sure there's things that I could sell. This is a pop filter for a podcast. I've actually never even used this. In fact, I think I actually have 2 of them lying around because they came in kits with other things I bought on Amazon. I'm not saying this is worth a whole lot of money, but there you go. There's one idea. Another great way to do this is with books. I have a ton of books, and actually my wife and now I'm thinking about it, has stacked up a ton of books in the garage that she wants me to get rid of. You can put those books on, again, Craigslist, eBay, or even Amazon and just get rid of them. You just sell them. And if you wanted to, you even could mail them into Amazon and they could ship them for you. There's things you can do there to get rid of some of those items. If you're anything like me, my garage is a treasure trove of old crap that I could get rid of. And so the office is probably not a great place because I don't have a lot of things here that I don't actually use, but my garage at home, woo, I may actually add a video of that later. All right, another idea I have is TPT. Now, TPT is, I believe, Teachers Paying Teachers. It's a website, and I'm in another marketing group with a bunch of people that are teachers that actually have created amazing businesses selling things on this website. And what this website is, it's kind of like a Craigslist meets Pinterest meets eBay, where people can sell, I guess kind of maybe you throw Etsy in there too, where people who are teachers can create different craft items, printables, lesson plans, things like that, and then they sell them to other teachers, usually fairly inexpensively. But the thing is, if you have a really good idea or a really good item that you use in your classroom, if you're a teacher and you haven't been in the classroom a lot lately because of COVID, then this might be a great opportunity for you to go online and create some products that you can immediately start selling to other teachers through this marketplace. And one thing I will say about this that you're going to notice with all of these ideas is the big differentiator between this and, for example, like starting a blog, starting a podcast, those type of things. With those ideas, you do not have a built-in audience. But if you go to a platform like TPT and you start selling something on TPT, there's a built-in audience of people that are already looking for things on there. So you just have to do a little bit of legwork on the front end, do a little bit of research, and figure out what it is that you might want to sell. And maybe you have a great idea. And so this is kind of for those of you that are already teachers. If you're not a teacher, this is probably not going to work for you. But if you are a teacher and you're used to creating and building, and you've got some ideas of things that you've used in your classroom that you could sell, then this might be a great opportunity for you to make some extra money. And you probably are already familiar with this website. All right, so the third idea I have for you kind of goes from the selling things online to more of the personal services idea, and that's DoorDash. And there's other services that are similar to this, but basically what DoorDash does is it allows you to go and pick up food that somebody has ordered at a restaurant and deliver it to their house, and you get paid for doing that. Now, I've never done this myself personally. I don't know how much money you can earn doing something like this, but this is another one of those things. It's kind of similar to an Uber or a Lyft. But the problem with Uber and Lyft is nobody's really doing Uber and Lyft right now because they don't want to be in a car with a stranger who, may have been driving other strangers around, and you just don't want to do that. So, and this is a great opportunity to do kind of some personal services through an online platform that's already in existence. And the nice thing about this is you just plug yourself in and you can immediately start getting work that then you can go and turn into cash. Which leads to the next one, and that is actually freelancing itself. If you have a good skill, if you know how to do PowerPoint, if you know how to do video editing, if you know how to edit podcasts, do stuff on computers, different things like that, then you can go to a website, graphic design. You can go to a website like Upwork or Fiverr, and you can post jobs and start getting freelance work that way. I actually am in the process of creating a webinar presentation for an online training I'm going to be doing in a couple weeks, linked down below. And I actually went and hired somebody off Upwork to prepare this presentation for me. I sent her an outline of what I wanted all the slides to look like, and she has turned that outline into a beautiful slide deck for me. So that is another really great option that you can use to start generating some cash. The downside to a website like Upwork or even Fiverr is that when you're just starting out, you're not gonna have any reviews, so you're probably not gonna be able to charge as much. But if you can do some good work for people and you can get some reviews and people posting saying, hey, they did a bang up job for me, then in short order, you can start developing a list of clients, and you may actually be able to develop permanent clients that you can use, that people may hire you repeatedly for projects based on that one-off project that you did on Upwork or Fiverr. So that is a great way to start getting into freelance type of work, is going to one of those websites. And there's other things you can do in there. It's not just about graphic design. You can do proofreading, you can do ghostwriting, you can do all sorts of things if you have those talents. And you can go to Upwork and check out all the different options there are for freelance work. And that is another great place to earn some quick cash. Which leads me to probably the most difficult thing to do, and which will probably take the most time. But again, the residuals are there. The marketplace is there if this is something you want to do, and that is to actually create an online course on a platform such as Udemy or Skillshare. Now, the benefit to doing something like that on one of those platforms is that if you can put together a really good course, again, they've got, the marketplace is there. You're plugging yourself into a channel that already has eyeballs. They're just looking for what you have to offer. So if you have something that you can offer people to the world that they will see as valuable to them, then this might be a really great idea. Now, the difference between an Udemy and a Skillshare, Udemy is gonna pay you for your course on a one-off basis. Skillshare, people go in and they will purchase a membership to Skillshare on a monthly basis, and then if people use your course, you're going to get compensated for that. Again, I don't have courses on either of these platforms, so I'm not sure the exact specifics of how they work, but I've used both platforms. I've ordered courses and used courses on both platforms, and so I know that there is a possibility that you can actually get paid by putting courses and valuable content on these platforms. I know I said 5, but I'm gonna just give you a quick bonus tip. And the bonus tip is this: no matter what you do, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time to plant a tree is today. So if you're thinking about getting started with an online business and this is something you may wanna do, then I would highly recommend that you do one of these other 5 options to kind of start generating some fast cash. But at the same time, you can start doing something like generating a blog, a YouTube channel, a podcast, anything like that that is going to take longer to monetize. You can start that today, and then in 6 months, a year from now, who knows where you're going to be. You might be in a very different place, you might have a huge following, and you might be able to monetize your audience in different ways that are not initially clear to you today. I mean, I'll be honest, when I started this YouTube channel 4 or 5 years ago, I had no idea I was gonna get to where I am today. And now I'm generating revenue in multiple ways on this channel, through affiliate revenue, through paid client work, through coursework, through setting up LLCs for people. All these different ways I've generated revenue on this channel, from this channel, and I never in a million years would have thought that possible when I first started just 4 or 5 years ago. And if I hadn't started, I would never be where I'm at today. Hopefully you found that helpful. If you did, I got another video right here that talks more about my entrepreneurship journey and different things that I wrestle with on a day-to-day basis being an entrepreneur. Check that out. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, folks.